All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the men's basketball semifinal number 1 press conference of the 2016 SSC basketball tournament. We are joined here by Berry University, coached by Butch Estes, and student athletes Dre Mitchum and Junio Barroeta. The Buccaneers defeated St. Leo 91-72 to advance the championship final, where will play the winner of Eckerd Lynn, playing right now on Sunday, March 6th, here at the ICI Center. That game will be at 1 p.m. Opening statement about the game, Coach.
Well, it was the first thing that jumps out at me is, we had 5 guys in double figures. We got a lot of contributions from everyone, both from the starters and off the bench. Statistically, I guess rebounding had a lot to do with it. It was an area that we really emphasized, and I was really proud of our guys. I see Junio here had 13, and I thought Trey Leonard was tremendous. He had 7 rebounds, but they were a big 7. And some of our guards, were able to get even I think I'm looking at Marko Tomic with 6 and limited playing time. So we were able to win the boards, and I thought that was one of the keys to the success today.
I'll take it open up for questions. Anybody in the crowd?
Coach, you mentioned the rebounding. You get 23 second chance points. Fast break points, you outscore them 30-4. What do you attribute that to?
Well, we both like to play a fast style. It's really funny. I thought they seemed to be a little bit more content with slowing it down today and not playing quite the up-tempo they normally do. But we like to go in fast break. And we've really been working on that because that's an area that we felt like we could improve. Even though it's late in the season, we still think there's areas of improvement, and that was one of them. And if we were that successful, I didn't realize that on fast break, but if we were, that was really good. A little of that can come off the press, too, where they were kind of trapping us and pressing us, and we were able to advance it and get easy shots. But we're a very unselfish team. That's what these guys are, both on and off the court, and it's just a lot of fun to coach guys like that. I think we are all in it together. So,
Coach, there was a point there late in the second half or midway through the second half. They tried to slow it down. The first 5 minutes, it was a little bit of a track meet, but in the second half where they tried to slow it down, they went to that zone, and you guys got stagnant on the perimeter offense. But then it was the defense. Dre picked up a steal that got the offense rolling. Talk about that part of your game.
It's coming out of a timeout with 10 points. They cut the lead to 10, and I wrestled in my soul. Should we gamble? Because when you gamble and you go make things happen, you either make a big play or you give up a big play a lot of times. And this guy to my left made the big play, and that really did turn it around because all the momentum had gone back down to that end of the court, and I thought that steal was huge. And again, I always tell these guys, you make a bad call look good if you play hard and hustle. They did. But that was I thought a real turning point, Jim, in the game, and that was a little bit of a gamble on our part. We went ahead into our trap series and made the play.
Dre, maybe you can address that a little bit because first half it was you and Ari and that were creating some turnovers. You had 4 steals. Omar had 4. Talk about the defense and how that translates into offense and what you were thinking at that point in the game when that offense got a little stagnant.
Yeah, whenever our offense gets stagnant, I always tell the guys we got to pick it up on defense, and that's how we always get going. Because we want a fast break, but coach let us run on turnovers and misses. So if we don't get a stop, we can't run. So I just tell them we got to pick up on defense, get stops, get turnovers, whatever we can do to try to speed the game up.
I might add that's by design. That's what he just said. It's by design. I don't want them giving up a layup and then think they can run and score at the other end. And they do a great job. And that's an area defensively I'm really proud of our basketball team. You talk about peaking, trying to be the best you can be at this time of year. I think our improvement, our commitment to the defensive end of the floor in the last month has really helped us finish strong. Because winning by the margin we won today, now that's a really good basketball team. And we had to play really well to win by that margin because in this league that's pretty unusual. And I thought the defensive end of the floor was a big part of it.
You found yourself, it seemed like free underneath the basket on a lot of those transition plays. Alvar, when you're here with 10 assists in a game, he found you a lot of different times under there, and it seemed like you were more into going to the basket in this game than shooting the outside shot.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of noticed that my 3 wasn't going early. So I just, I got to do what I got to do and just go inside, and find my teammates. And I saw that it was a little mismatch between me and Trey. So I was just like, I'm a bigger guy, so I'm going to go down, in the post.
One thing we wanted to do was they started a smaller lineup, and I'm sure they wanted to spread it out and create mismatches. And I thought we did a really good job of being patient and getting the ball inside and taking advantage of the mismatch to positive side for us, because I thought Trey Leonard got some easy buckets early, and he was able to go inside and get quite a few. We didn't shoot as well from three tonight as we normally do, but they had a very athletic, quick lineup out there, so it was really designed offensively to go inside. And I think for the most part, our shooting percentages were at 50%. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was just going to follow up on that, Coach. I mean, you hit 4 threes in the game, and obviously a very good three-point shooting team.
Yeah.
When you see that you only hit 4 and you still put up 91 points, and
Yeah.
you win by that kind of margin, that's got to feel.
Well, I think offensive execution, get the ball inside, and then our defense created a lot of easy opportunities for us to get out and run, and they were layups, not three-point shots. So, you know, Fur loves a three-pointer, and I hate three-pointer. I don't hate three-pointer. I love three-pointer. Fur wants to shoot three every time we cross half court, and I'm always arguing with him about that. But these guys know when to do what, and we certainly look forward to whoever we play. We have great respect for both the programs we're playing tomorrow. But I am excited about giving these guys a chance to play in this championship game and let them go, let them play.
One thing for you, you know, Coach talked about 5 players in double figures, and Adrian does it consistently. He's the only guy in school history who's never started a game that's averaging double figures for his whole career. He's averaging over 10. He never started in like 84 games. He gets 16 in 20 minutes tonight. Talk about Adrian's effort and how he's able to just maximize his potential like that.
Yeah, I think that's big for us. I think Adrian's his energy when he gets in the game is phenomenal, and he helps us so much because I usually when Adrian misses, I'm surprised. So I think Adrian is phenomenal coming off the bench, and he just gives us a spark every time. So I think it's always big for us when Adrian comes and plays.
He'll be doing that in the Hialeah Gardens Rec League in 20 years. He'll be doing the same thing. He'll be throwing up them little floaters, and they'll still be going in.
You and Adrian have obviously had a good partnership over the years, and lately these last couple of weeks you seem to have a good chemistry passing down low. Maybe you can add to that as well, and what makes him so effective as a high school teammate as well.
I mean, I've been knowing Adrian for more than 8 years, so his game is old school, you know. A little floater with left hand is pretty much unguardable. So, I mean, I always tell him, I go outside, you go inside, do what you got to do. You know, a left hand hook is unstoppable. So, I mean, you know, Adrian, you know, he, again, like Dre said, he comes off the bench, you know, gives us a spark and gets us going.
You know, I don't get to see you play very often, but terrific. It's almost like an effortless 27 and 13. Couple questions for you. What are your expectations for this year with this team? You guys were upset last year in the tournament. You know, what are your hopes? And then secondly, Coach, you can comment on this as well. How's a player like you come to the D2 level, get those invites to the pre-draft camps, or get the word out, you know, Coach, you know, I got a great talented player here to the next level, people. So
well,
it's kind of two-part.
Last year, we came up short to Florida Southern in the championship game, and you know that really hurt us a lot. So hopefully this year, you know, we make a late run and you know win conference, and then make a run in the NCAA tournament.
I'll answer the question. I asked these guys the other day on kind of a light note. When you get in the tournament and you get all excited as a player, it's very easy to forget your academics. So I brought them together, and I said, what did you guys come to Berry for? What was the main reason you came to Berry? And, of course, I thought they would say, academically get a degree. And, I mean, they hit me back in unison. National championship, Coach, national championship. I said, no, not national. You came here to get a degree, not a national championship. So it was a funny response to what I thought was a real serious question. But I do think that these guys have national championship aspirations. But they're also experienced enough and smart enough to know that whoever we play tomorrow is in our way to a national championship. Because if we can win tomorrow and we've got a little lucky break and Huntsville would lose, we might be able to host the tournament. Now, going back to this guy here, both these guys, and we've got some other really good players, but Unio has worked harder than any player I've ever had in my entire career. Every time I walk in the gym at 7 o'clock in the morning, he's in there working. And he's worked himself and made himself a great player. He does have a lot of opportunities after this. We're hopeful that he can get in the PIT and the Portsmouth Invitational Tournament. But there are agents lined up when all this is over for him to make a decision who we'll go with. And, you know, let it be. Who would ever say that there's no limit to what guys can do? I don't kill dreams. So let's let him be as good as he can be. Whether that's Europe, whether that's MBDL, or that's pro, NBA, I don't know. It's up to him and people above. But I'm really proud of all these guys, but Unio's particularly being a senior.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you.
Thank you.